Hey everyone, I'm Nala.
And I'm Faith.
And this is the Sirens Den, your fandom podcast where we talk all things pop culture under the sun.
Today on the show, we're gonna quickly talk about all things Marvel coming up because you might not know this here, but we're fans.
I don't think we are. I think we just are casual enthusiasts, I'd say.
Yeah, that's probably a little bit more accurate of a
I'd say
term.
we've watched every Marvel film at least, no, not even at least, only once.
If any, if once, like a half of one, maybe.
No.
Yeah, I watched one half of the Thor.
The Dark World.
I just watched the.
Yeah, no. But we are going to dive into all the announcements Marvel has come out with in the recent weeks and recent days. I know we talk about Marvel a lot on this show, obviously, but to be honest, not much else out is not much else is coming out. So thank you, Marvel, for being our lifeline. But we will have other content for y'all soon. Trust us on this. But
Yeah, hopefully we'll be doing something with Demon Slayer soon. I'm gonna bully the people here into watching it. Yeah.
I don't need too much bullying.
Oh, a gentle nudge.
Give me some good character designs and animation. I'm there.
Done.
But until then, we have just a lot. A lot. Marvel has served us with a lot. So we are going to get into that. Starting with the movies. Speaking of the movies, it was such a nice little video that they put out. You know, instead of it being just a straight up launch video, they obviously had to tug at our heartstrings the way Marvel loves to do. Gave us a whole monologue by the late and great Stan Lee talking about how we're all family within this universe and talking about getting back to the movies and showing clips or a clip of that amazing moment in Endgame where Cap, you know, all the Avengers are aligned and Cap says, "Avengers, assemble," and grabs Mjolnir. And the whole theater just erupts. And I'm pretty sure a lot of us, you know, share that feeling because we went to the premiere of Endgame and that energy in the theater was unforgettable.
I think that's easily one of the most memorable movie experiences I've had in my life. Like, just the collective emotion with just a theater packed full of strangers that we all felt was amazing. I'm not gonna lie. I found that first part of that Marvel announcement video to be incredibly self-congratulating.
Oh,
Like on one
for sure.
like on one hand, it was sweet. It was a sort of acknowledgement to the fan, but it was also kind of a we Marvel and we made such a great cinematic universe, and look what we did to you in the theater. It
Yeah,
was
for sure.
like
I
Stan
don't doubt
Lee's
that.
voiceover.
Oh,
I so I was just kind of for I mean I'm also bitter, a bitter jaded person. So that first half I was just a little bit of like, come on, get to the new, we get it. You're
no,
amazing.
for sure. I was like, because it was framed as like, oh, the Eternals teaser. And, you know, clicked on it, obviously, and then I get this like ad almost. I was like, wait, where's the content? Where's the videos we're here to see? But it was nice. It was a nice reminder of, you know, why we do love comic books and superheroes and yeah, that sense of community and oh, what I'd give to be in a packed theater full of strangers yelling at the screen. That seems like a distant memory now. Not to get too morbid.
So our first new movie that we're going to be getting is finally Black Widow, slated for July 9th, 2021.
My God, about time. I don't know about you, but this is one I am going to, you know, see in theaters. I'm getting fully vaxxed soon, but it's been a long time coming. And even though I feel like it would be cheaper to just rent it on Disney Plus, I want to get that theater experience. Natasha deserves
So
it. It has been a long time coming. My
I also just
goodness.
don't want to rent anything on Disney Plus. I don't
For
like that
sure.
the 3 big movies that they've done for, like, you can rent it here, have just been the female-led movies.
Uh-huh.
It
Definitely. For sure.
not to sound like a little bit of a conspiracy theorist, but it feels like Disney does weird things like that to movies that they kind of don't want to succeed.
Mhm.
And we know it didn't go well with Mulan. It didn't really do great for them with Raya. Uh,
Mhm.
and it kind of just feels like Disney giving them an excuse going, "Oh, it didn't do that well," you know?
Oh, no.
Um,
Whatever could have happened.
yeah. So
But
I'm gonna
yeah,
watch
so
it in
I'm
theaters
a
when I
go.
can.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm also really excited for Florence Pugh in the MCU.
Oh, don't get me started. I'm so excited for her. She is definitely one of my top 5 actresses right now cuz she's so good. For those of you who don't know, Florence Pugh is a Academy Award nominated actress. She is her most notable roles are probably from Midsummer, if y'all horror fans are into that. If not, she's been in Little Women. She's been in a comedy called Fighting with My Family. She's just an all around stellar actress. And she's going to be in Black Widow, if that tells you anything. Like, she just recently started getting into more films, and Marvel already snatched her up. So, hell yeah. She is playing Yelena Belova, who is, I guess, from the looks of it, related to Natasha in some way. She plays her sister, I guess. And she is going to be taking up the Black Widow mantle from Scarlett Johansson. And that is just more to add to this Young Avengers thing that they seem to be leading up to. I feel like, they talked about everything going on in phase 4. I think they're setting up, a Young Avengers type thing in phase 5 probably, which good lord. I'm excited for this movie. I'm excited to see David Harbour. Also love that guy. Rachel Weisz, obviously. It's just got an awesome cast. I'm excited to see that white outfit she's got. Love Black Widow and her black outfit, but I'm a fan of some variety. And
Yeah.
I'm also excited, for who else might show up in the film that we don't know about yet. And Taskmaster.
And Julia Louise-Dreyfus is also gonna be in it.
Is she?
Yeah, this was supposed to be her that
Wow.
was supposed to be her first appearance as that character in Marvel, and since
Mhm.
they rearranged it so much,
Mhm. Mhm. That absolutely makes sense then, cuz yeah, I was like, wow, she just showed up literally out of nowhere. What's happening? So it would make sense that she was introduced in Black Widow. Well, then heck yeah. Well, here's the thing, we have to remember, yeah, so we have to remember that Black Widow is taking place before even the events of Endgame, obviously. So it's something that in a rewatch, if you're going to be rewatching the movies in chronological order, that would definitely be come before Winter Soldier or Captain Falcon and Winter Soldier. Captain Falcon, Jesus. Captain America and the Winter Soldier. It would be before that. And the White Wolf. Come on, Marvel. Hmm.
yeah, I'm super pumped. This movie has been like 12 years coming. Um, I'm really glad Marvel's run by people who are not in the no one wants to see a woman as a superhero. Remember when like they actually made that statement?
Yeah. And I'm like,
Um,
I'm sorry, we've been waiting for this since the first Avengers movie, if not Iron Man 2. Like, that chair scene in the introduction, like the way she just gets out of her bindings, absolutely amazing. On the phone. No, no. Love that movie. Wish it wasn't directed by Joss Whedon, but still a classic. One of the tiny shining spots, but I'm pretty sure if I rewatch it, I'm gonna find some garbage in it.
mhm.
I mean, that's where the whole like superhero butt thing came from, right? Because she was just facing backwards on the poster, had their back facing the camera, and they're like, "Oh, look at my butt." Anywho's, moving on. All right, well, Black Widow comes out July 9th. But that's not the only Marvel film we're getting this year. We're getting blessed with another full year of superhero films.
Next we have Shang-Chi in the Legend of the Ten Rings on September 3rd, 2021.
I am very, very pumped for this movie as well. I love that they said it was a teaser trailer that they released, but I felt like that was trailer material. A lot of cool visuals, a lot of cool fight scenes. Again, the costumes in Phase 4 are just killing it.
Mhm.
Like, so excited to see it. I was let down and disappointed by the Mandarin's reveal in Iron Man 3, as were a lot of people. So I'm excited to see, what the Mandarin and the Ten Rings are all about. Plus, it gives me Avatar vibes. Like he is able to control elements and stuff, and it looks like it's gonna be awesome.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm pretty pumped for it. I really like Simu Liu, the actor playing Shang-Chi. He was in a show called Kim's Convenience.
Hmm.
He was fantastic in that. It's such a good show. It's a sitcom. It's nothing like what the movie's going to
Hmm.
be probably. But
But I'm sorry, Aquafina's in this too. Like it's gonna be hilarious. And Marvel loves a good old public transportation fight scene. They love doing fights on public transportation.
I mean, I think what's good it's gonna be kind of a matter of like something he like training. It's something that he's passionate about. I think there might be like some form of mysticism that gives him and like enhances his combat abilities, but I I think that it's just gonna be kind of his drive. I think he's someone who from the trailer, he's enjoying kind of his low class existence in San Francisco. And now he has his criminal father, the Mandarin, coming in to uh, take him back to the life of crime. And I don't think he's going to want to do that. I think he's going to have formed this kind of love for the life that he has.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I love it. I love what Marvel royalty.
Hmm.
But I'm excited for, the fight scenes in this. And I know the other heroes have experience in hand-to-hand combat for sure, but I feel like Shang-Chi has experience in all forms of martial arts. So I think we're going to be seeing a lot of different fight styles, and it's going to be like I don't think every fight is going to be kind of the same. It's going to be like those old Bruce Lee movies. Those are the vibes I'm getting from it. Yeah, they've got, I'm pretty sure they're going to pay homages to movies like that, like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. There were a lot of, flying shots. I'm pretty sure they're going to be rooftop chase scenes, the standard.
I One of the things I've really been
But
enjoying about Marvel cinematically recently is that they've been paying a lot of attention to their visuals and kind of what they're
mhm.
making reference to. I think Cap or Falcon and the Middle Winter Soldier easily some of the best just like directing that we've gotten in Marvel. WandaVision, they paid so much detail to just the sitcoms that they were paying homage to, and I'm really hoping that we get to see this with like old kung fu movies. I would love to see this movie kind of play homage and really kind of reference itself off of movies like that.
I that's again why I'm like, "Oh, you think," to all the Scorseses out there, like, Marvel isn't cinema, like, cinematic is in the title. They also, take from movies, from iconic, visual imagery, like, get out of my face with that. Yeah, like, I'm pretty sure they can snatch Scorsese's DP, pay him a wad of cash, and stick it in his face.
Mhm. Eternals. Yeah, so next up we have the Eternals movie coming out later this year at in September?
In November.
In November.
Yeah, it's, coming out on November 5th. Like I said, the later half of this year is going to be the second half of this year is going to be packed with Marvel.
Yeah, I'm pumped. I'm also really excited to just get kind of an ensemble a new ensemble cast.
Absolutely, and, can we talk about how Academy Award winner Chloe Zhao is going to be directing it? And,
Uh,
that's amazing.
yeah, I'm really excited.
Oh! Get out of my face. It's not cinema crowd, like, how do you explain this?
I recently found out that she'd put a pause on finishing Nomadland to do Eternals, and then the pandemic happened, so she's like, "I guess I'll finish editing this." And then one, and now she has all this acclaim going into Eternals, which I think is fun.
I am very pumped for it. We're getting a whole cast of new characters. Again, stellar cast. The few seconds that we got in that video were, beautiful, beautifully shot. I'm very excited. It's going to be visually stunning. Like according to Feige, he has said that, Chloe has brought her signature style to this. So
Mhm.
I'm expecting a lot of golden hour and I'm
That's
expecting a lot of long panning shots.
I do. I want this to be just a very vast open world. Yeah. One thing I will say that I'm really interested in is the fact that Gemma Chan, she's already been in the MCU. She's been in main character.
Yeah, she was in Captain Marvel as Minerva, and she was blue. So, I mean, I guess she can chameleon her way into another role.
It's
And she's just
interesting.
an amazing actress. So,
Uh, the Eternals, they all have like names off um of like historical, or not historical figures, but like ancient mythology, and Minerva is in that in that category. I don't know. I think that's interesting. Yeah, she's the Roman goddess of wisdom.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Is
in the
Gemma
Eternals, yeah, they've kind of confirmed that Gemma Chan's character is going to be one of the main character, or the kind of center character in this ensemble piece. Gemma Chan plays Cersei. She is known for being kind of a human lover. She loves human and mankind, and she falls in love with Kit Harington's character, Dane Whitman, which looks like that's going to be one of the big conflicts of her characters as she goes up against some of the other Eternals who have motivations that aren't necessarily as peaceful.
I feel like that's going to be awesome to see.
I
uh,
who do you guys think is going to be the main villain of this?
I don't want to say anything because I don't know much about these characters, which is why I'm excited to, see more of them. But Kumail Nanjiani plays a cosmic powered being named Kingo, so I think he might be on the other side, being super powered, and he might have that ego and supremeness with him. So he might be a point
Yeah.
of conflict. I feel
He,
like
yeah, I know that he's a
he
Bollywood
got super
star
ripped.
in the in the show. He,
hmm
or not the show, in the movie. His character is a famous Bollywood star. But he might be in more in it for like the fame and adoration.
Right.
Other notable characters is Angelina Jolie as the fierce warrior Thena. I think she's also a candidate to maybe be she might be like who we see as like this all powerful, wonderful person who kind of turns on them like midway through the movie. I could see them putting Angelina Jolie in a role like that.
Yeah, I mean she materializes weapons, so that'll
Also,
be
I
easy.
don't think they can afford Angelina Jolie for like a bunch of movies.
Yeah, she might definitely just end up being a villain. She already plays Maleficent. So she's got that villain energy about her. I can see that. And just create swords. But I love that they got two whole Game of Thrones actors in here. At it again. Kit Harington plays yet another Black Knight. He does what he does. It's a niche for him.
So yeah, Eternals is going to be great. Really excited. I don't know as much about it comic wise, so I'm kind of pretty pumped to go into this universe, into this
I
side of
am
things.
as well. So that's gonna be hitting theaters November 5th.
Cannot come soon enough.
It's gonna be such a good day going back to the theaters to see a Marvel movie. Ah, it's been too long.
There's another person I'm excited to see in the MCU. Selma Hayek. I feel like I haven't seen her in things.
Yes.
She's awesome. She's really good in everything she's in. As this is kind of weird. Something I was thinking about Eternals wise is this is kind of the first main Marvel franchise that really invested in name actors for their main cast. One thing that's been kind of going around is that I think it was a BBC article that was like Thor cast two nobodies for their leads. And that's kind of how they operated for a while. Like Iron Man, like Robert Downey Jr. was an actor, but he certainly wasn't the Robert Downey Jr. force that we knew him to be. I'd say same thing for like Mark Ruffalo and Jeremy Renner. Those are all actors who like I really couldn't tell you who they were until they were in Marvel.
Till Marvel for sure. But now it's like people are getting the big name actors in Marvel as just like a side bonus. People are
Mhm.
gonna come see Marvel movies anyway. I agree.
Yeah, no, it really feels like Marvel is starting to are just more like bigger actors who like actually have like some pull in Hollywood are actually starting to see, oh, these Marvel projects are cool films that I want to be in. They're no longer like this. I mean, they're still kind of the weird stepchild of Hollywood. The still the weird money making stepchild, but yeah, but it's kind of cool seeing just a little bit more bigger, more cinema people kind of start to embrace that. Also, I'm really liking this trend of casting comedians in big Marvel roles. We talked about it with how Julia Louis-Dreyfus and Catherine Hahn are like amazing villains now. And like Kumail
Mhm.
Nanjiani has been one of my favorite comedians since like high school. He's so
Yeah.
funny
And now he's so ripped.
and now he's so ripped. So I'm so excited to see him in the MCU.
Yeah, I'm excited for that's not gonna be a phrase you'll be that's gonna be a phrase I'm not gonna not say often. I'm excited for everything.
Mhm.
So November 5th. So next, rounding out the end of the year is good old Spider-Man.
At
No
last,
Way Home gonna be coming out.
I think that this is one of the Marvel films where there's the most kind of buzz about what's gonna happen. Just because there's so many rumors of just like surprise cameos and stunt casting. And we know that it's gonna be kind of multiverse related. Especially coming off of Into the Spider-Verse, which was not MCU, but it kind of introduced, I think, to the more broad audience that multiverse in the Spider-Man and just kind of connecting those two ideas, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like if Marvel tried to do a multiverse Spider-Man movie without Into the Spider-Verse, people would be like, "Is this jumping the gun a little bit with Spider-Man?" But I think the fact
Yeah.
that we've got Spider-Verse already, it's not that weird a concept. We do know that Marvel is able to hide actor appearances now from Julia Louis-Dreyfus. Apparently, they had to like crate her in, just so no one would know that she was
Amazing.
there. But we know that they have the capacity to do that now. I think if anyone has figured out because I think previous episodes I had said that unless we kind of heard a rumor about it, we're not gonna see we're probably not gonna see that person. But now I think that's totally out the window. I think they've mastered or at least have a rhythm for hiding actors on set now. So who knows? I do like the idea that that these are just villains who killed their Spider-Man in their timeline. I think that'd be super dark. Can you imagine if like Disney did that to the previous two
Oof.
Spider-Man? They're like, yeah,
Literally just kill them off.
ours is the only true Spider-Man now. I could see it. They were murdered because they're lame Spider-Man versus our not murdered, not lame Spider-Man.
Yeah. So that's coming out December what? December 17th? December when? Word. And that comes out December 17th, rounding up the 2021 year of Marvel content.
Yeah.
They have obviously released dates for the future of Marvel, phase 4, that we'll talk about later on once we get more information on them.
Yeah.
These are mainly just sequels, so it's like nothing new that we're excited to see. It's just stories that we're stoked to catch up on again.
Yeah, no, I think it's gonna be good. I have really high hopes for what Marvel has in store for us now, and I think they've totally delivered so far in their rollout as we've seen it. I'm excited for Black Widow to see the first movie in this, how they're gonna kind of establish a cinematic tone. But
Hmm.
I'm also really curious to see how the Black Widow movie, since it is a prequel, is gonna tie into the greater Phase 4 of things.
I am as well, but I know Marvel's pretty well known for weaving good webs. I think they've been able to rework it to where it makes sense.
Mhm. Mhm.
But yeah, obviously that so that video ended with them saying that it's phase 4, but the way they showed the 4 was like the Fantastic Four. So that's something's probably going to be introduced maybe by the end. Maybe Fantastic Four will be the capstone leading into phase 5. Who knows? Whoa, hang on. Question mark. Really fast. Y'all know who Andrew WK is?
Yeah, he's dating oh god.
Kat
Yeah,
Dennings.
which is like
Wow.
makes sense, really.
I love it. Fabulous. They look adorable. Ooh.
Uh, all right. So, if you have a topic that you think we should look at, you can comment on our Facebook page or send us an email at sirensdenpodcast@gmail.com.
Thank you for joining us today as we gush more about, well, all that Marvel has to offer.
So as you guys all know, we're huge Marvel fans. And we're also pretty big collectors. Both Nala and I have a decent Funko Pop collection going on for us. Uh, I,
Oh
I
yeah.
I think they're adorable. I love their dumb little beady eyes, and I can't get
Yeah.
enough of them. And
I
personally,
can't either.
I have been really liking the Funko Pops of the new Marvel that we've been getting. We've got some
Mhm.
amazing Scarlet Witch and WandaVision Funko Pops, and recently we've gotten some really awesome Falcon and the Winter Soldier Funko Pops, including one of Sam and his kick-ass Captain America suit.
Yeah. There's
So
Bucky with his arm, and they also have Zemo with his dope fur trench coat.
yeah, there's really not a bad Marvel Funko Pop to get, and you should treat yourself to that.
And help support our show.
Be sure to catch future and previous episodes on Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, or wherever it is that you listen to your podcast.
Thank you to Tyra producer and Sean Thomas at PlusStudio.com for our theme song.
We'll catch you next time.
Until then, stay safe, everyone. Bye.